Hello everybody, Stephen Pearl was officially announced today as the new Auburn basketball head coach after, of course, Bruce Pearl's retirement. War Eagle, let's get it going. New era over there in Auburn. However, in today's video, we, of course, are going to be predicting these Big Ten games. We're going to talk about and break it down and, of course, give our prediction for each one because there are some bangers that we are going to talk about here and some upsets that I think are going to happen this week. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Later today, we will, of course, have our MLB season preview or regular season, end of the season preview, and we'll also talk about the postseason, and we'll have our NFL prediction video. So stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button if you're into MLB, all of that stuff, because the playoffs is ramping up, guys. Last night, the Astros did get eliminated, but the playoffs are here, and we are going to talk about that in the next couple of weeks. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right into these Big Ten week number 5 predictions. Alright, so kicking us off on the 11 a.m. slate, the first game of the day is Rutgers versus Minnesota. I'm actually going to go Rutgers here to get the win. They looked decent in that game one, of course, in that first Big Ten game. They didn't get the win because it was Iowa, but they put up a good amount of points to compete with some of these lower end Big Ten schools, which is why I'm going to go with them to get the job done. The Rutgers quarterback has been playing really well with 7 touchdown passes on the year so far through 4 weeks of play, and of course 1 interception and already over 1,000 yards. So as long as I think that Rutgers' offense can perform like they performed last week, I think that they are going to get the job done at Minnesota. This game's going to be close, and it's going to be a good one to keep an eye on, but I think Rutgers is going to get the job done on the road at Minnesota. Next game up is an absolute banger of a matchup to kick us off on the 11 a.m. slate on Fox. This is Big Noon Kickoff. USC going into Illinois. This is going to be a fun one. We all know what happened to Illinois, getting blown out by Indiana this past weekend. USC, they are now 4-0 on the year. They're 2-0 in Big Ten play, and I'm very interested to see if they can keep this up. If USC is really going to be a threat in this Big Ten conference. Last year, a lot of people were hyped about them with Miller Moss and obviously, of course, their new coach that they just got. But again, did not plan out the way they wanted to. Right now, 4-0 on the year, 2-0 in Big Ten Conference play to start off the season. And I'm very interested to see if Maeva can, of course, navigate through this Big Ten Conference. I think if they beat Illinois, they will show why they, of course, are one of the threats in this Big Ten Conference. But they got to do it on the road in a tough environment. Give me USC as they will get the job done. Next game up, of course, is Ohio State at Washington. Washington is 3-0. Ohio State, the #1 team in the country, going over to Washington. This is going to be a fun one to keep an eye on as well, right? Julian Saban has been struggling the first few weeks of the college football season, only thrown 8 touchdown passes, not even at 1,000 passing yards yet, thrown 3 interceptions so far on the year. Very interested to see if this Washington defense puts a quarterback spy on Julian Saban the whole time. I hate that this game's at a 2:30 kickoff, but hey, it is what it is. Washington is going to have to play lights out ball to beat the #1 team in the country. They are going to have to come on and fire all cylinders, right? Coleman, the running back, is going to have to be elite like he's been hyped up to be all offseason long. I don't think it is. I think Ohio State gets the job done. I think that this game is going to be a very close matchup, but Julian Saban, Jeremiah Smith, how can you go wrong when Ohio State's by far the better team and they should be able to get the job done? I think they will get this one pretty easily done on the road because of that Julian Saban to Jeremiah Smith connection. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes in that matchup. Next game up on the 2:30 slate, again, another very underrated matchup. The Big Ten this week, they've got some underrated matchups here. This one only on Peacock, so those of you that don't have Peacock will not be able to watch it. Indiana at Iowa. This is going to be an offensive shootout type of game, guys. Iowa's defense, again, not the greatest game or not the greatest defense in the world, especially in this Big Ten Conference, right? Iowa is going to have to play near perfect ball to keep up with Indiana. We saw what Indiana's offense did last week, of course, to Illinois' defense, who was very talented, holding that Duke, of course, team on that final drive there with forcing fumbles, interceptions left and right, all of that stuff. So I'm very interested to see if Iowa can contain this Indiana offense. I don't think they do. This Indiana offense, Mendoza, has been looking really solid these first few weeks of course, the college football season. I believe he's thrown 14 or 15 touchdowns already through 4 weeks of the college football season. They're 1-0 in Big Ten play already, thanks to the win against against, of course, Illinois. Iowa, on the other hand, they're also 1-0 in Big Ten Conference play, 3-1 on the year, with their lone loss being to Iowa State. And I think them losing to Iowa State is going to show that Indiana can beat this team. Give me Indiana, as they will get the job done on the road in this matchup. Moving on to close out the 2:30 slate. This video may be a little bit shorter prediction-wise, but hey, that's good. That's okay. UCLA going into Northwestern. Man, if UCLA does not win this game, I'm going to laugh at them so hard. UCLA just fired their head coach right after their 0-3 start. I believe they were on a bye week when that happened, so no big deal. But now they got to rewrite the ship. They got to get it together. Of course, Northwestern does have one win on the year, so they by far have the better record at 1-2. 0-1 to start Big Ten Conference play. UCLA yet to play a Big Ten game. Nico Iamaleava, very interested to watch him. He's thrown 3 interceptions so far and 3 touchdowns, has struggled in his first 3 starts as a UCLA Bruin. So very interested to see how this UCLA team is going to turn it up a notch against a lackluster Northwestern team, pretty much so. So I think UCLA can get this win. I'm going to predict them to get this win. This game is a 6.5 spread. I think it's going to be like a 1 or 2 point game the entire game because of how slow these offenses really are. This is going to be a very interesting one to watch to keep up with Nico Iamaleava. However, I'm going to go with UCLA to get the job done on the road at Northwestern. Moving on to our college game day location this week. This is a big one here. This was a rematch of the Big Ten title game. Last year it was a fun one. This year it's going to be another fun one. Oregon at Penn State. Drew Allar coming back to Penn State for his final year to see if this team can go all the way. Last year, of course, them losing in, I believe, the semifinals, of course, or in the quarterfinals. Rather, Oregon, on the other hand, losing in the quarterfinals, their only game that they played in the college football playoff, coming off a Big Ten championship season in their first year within the conference. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, and I'm not sure because both of these offenses pretty much are the same. Obviously, Dante Moore, the quarterback for Oregon, has been playing really good football, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception on the day. Then you got Drew Allar in there, one of the best quarterbacks in the country as well. This is going to be a high offensive shootout type of game. This is going to be a all offensive game. It's going to be, of course, a lot of points are going to be scored. Going to be very interested to see which defense can make the stop. I think Singleton being on that Penn State defense does help them a lot, and it also being at home at night and the whiteout game of the year for them. Penn State should be able to get this job done. Give me the Nittany Lions to close us out on Saturday night as they will get the job done at home against Oregon. Anyway, that is going to do it for, of course, today's Big Ten prediction video. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Next video will, of course, be our NFL prediction video, so stay tuned for that one. We'll also talk about the MLB playoffs later today, so stay tuned. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Marvel Zombies, for those of you interested, on Disney Plus tonight. It's going to be a fun little animated show for Marvel fans out there. Very interested to see that. TVMA, going to be a blast tonight, so I can't wait to watch that. MLB playoff race also heating up tonight as well with the Mets and the Cubs going at it on ESPN. So that will be a very fun matchup as well. Lots of stuff happening in the world of sports. Don't forget to hit that like button, sub button, all of that stuff. Leave a comment down below. We will, of course, break down the SEC opponents later today or tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button. Leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.